I am Gabby Paz, former top 200 WTA player, top 10 ITF and Junior US Open finalist, been coaching for over 12 years. I'm also a psychologist and a mom. Now let's get into it, guys. Hey guys, we're gonna go over the volley today. I know a lot of you are still struggling, so we're gonna go over all the key important points that you need to make sure that you're doing in the volley, forehand volley, backhand volley, and also shots that are coming to your body, how to deal with them. And then at the end, I'm gonna give you guys 3 really good and effective exercises that work. A lot of my players have been able to fix their volleys and feel them. That's the most important part with these exercises, so make sure to stay tuned until the end. So one very common mistake that I see in the volleys, forehand and backhand, is that you guys sometimes are still here and you're reacting, and this is the way we're reacting. We're sort of still hitting a little bit like this without turning. If the court is over there, you're still kind of reacting this way, trying to hit the ball this way. Okay, and that is going to make us cause a lot of mistakes because we're not turning. So meaning if we get the ball a little bit lower, we probably will miss it in the net. If we get the ball to the body, we're not going to get it over. On both sides, it's the same thing. Lower balls as well. So we want to make sure that our belly is always a little bit sideways on the volleys. This helps a lot when you think about it this way. So when we split, we want to make sure that our belly is a little bit sideways. And what helps is to focus that when you guys finish, we're also still, our belly is still a little bit sideways. See, notice how my chin is staying here with sort of my belly, and then I am finishing the swing short and compact, but I'm still a little bit sideways. It's really important that you guys understand that the volleys, they're a little bit sideways. It's sort of like the same concept when we hit a slice, for example. We hit a slice and we are sideways. We stay sideways with the ball because the contact is a little bit more back. So if we were to hit like an open stance slice, we will be open, the ball would just fly up. So that's why when you hit it more here and then stay sideways so that we can keep the ball low. So it's sort of the same concept on the volley about staying sideways on the forehand and backhand, where we want to be short and we want to stay completely sideways because we're not hitting the volleys all the way here in front. And that is a very common problem that I see. We're not trying to hit it over here in front. Actually, volleys are hit a little bit more sort of like in front of your head. That's sort of where the contact is. Right here, if I'm, guys see this angle better, right here will be the contact. So if I'm sideways, around this area is the contact of the volley. We're not trying to volley over here because then we're not going to get that little bit of slide still that we want to get on the volley, and it's not going to be as compact because if we hit here, we're going to have to move the wrist, and we don't want to do that. So it's key that you guys understand the contact point and that we need to stay sideways. So we're here, contact point is here, and that way we're able to stay. Chin and belly, they're still sideways. Same thing with the backhand. Staying sideways with the belly and chin when you finish. So if you start having that feeling a little bit more, I'm here and I'm drilling a little bit, and I'm here, I'm staying sideways and staying with my belly and my chin, it's gonna start to look way more organized. It's gonna start to look way better. If you're gonna look for those contacts like this, you're not gonna be able, there's just no way that you're gonna be able to stay sideways with your belly and chin. So that's why we wanna focus that at the end of a stroke, we are staying sideways to make sure like, okay, I got it right. If not, you're gonna see, okay, I did not get it right. So that is key for the body shots. Make sure to watch the full video in the app. I really want you guys to get down those shots that are coming to your body, especially when you're playing doubles. If somebody's attacking you, it's really important that you get those down. Another common mistake that I'm still seeing very often is the finish of the swing looking a little bit like this. Okay, so basically that means that we are trying to hit the volley this way. We're trying to we're slapping it, we're moving the wrist. We should not, our wrist needs to be firm on both sides. It's firm, so basically it's not moving. That means that when I turn, my racket is here and I'm just moving my body and my arm forward. And notice the finish, if I finish sideways as we said, the racket's still on the right side of the body. It's not coming over to the left. It's not coming over this way. It's staying on the right part of the body as I'm staying sideways. Of course, if I'm not turning and I'm hitting like this, then you're going to have to somehow do that to push the ball forward, but we don't want that. So we need to make sure that we finish on the right side of the body, and then that our strings are slightly open at the end of the shot. So right here, slightly open. Get it this way. Okay, a lot of the times I see you and your strings are a little bit like this on the finish, so that means that you're moving the wrist. The wrist doesn't move. If we start with the racket slightly tilted back and we move it forward, it should finish the same way. It shouldn't move this way, and it should not move to the left. Same thing with the backhand. Right here stays on the left side of the body, slightly open. We're not doing that or doing this. None of that. It stays right here, so it's compact and it's firm. And the last one I want to talk about is we're not being able to be aggressive with those volleys because we are not stepping at the same time. Basically, we are trying to sort of step, but we're stepping too early or we're stepping after. And the momentum, this is where the momentum comes from, because we don't really swing on the volley. And the momentum comes from turning and stepping at the same time. That is the momentum of the volley. That's how I can absorb the power and not have to hit it, but still be aggressive still and put a little bit on it if I need to. So very important that you do it at the same time as the contact, which is right here. Same time. That is the rhythm. Same time. Same time. Now let's go into the exercises. I'm going to give you guys 3 exercises that help a lot to work on all this stuff, and it kind of makes it all come together. Sometimes when we think about, you guys struggle with all the 3 things that I mentioned, then if you think about all 3 things, it's going to be too much. I would recommend that you focus on one thing at a time so it's more efficient. Once you get right, maybe the first one you just stay more sideways on the shot, then maybe move on to the next 2. But very important that you don't try to do everything at the same time, because then probably you're not going to accomplish any of them because it's too much to think about. So keep it very simple. Now, when you start to get things down, also these exercises are going to make it all come together. So let's go into it. The first exercise I want you guys to work on, I want you to get a ball, put it under your armpit right here, and this is going to help us to keep everything compact, short, and not to get the arm too far away from the body to swing this way. Also, if you guys are volleying like this and you're struggling with turning, this is going to help, because if we do that, the ball is coming out of your armpit. So we do not want the contact to be there. We want our contact to be here. So if our contact is right, the ball will not drop. Okay, and we are also able to keep the arm close to the body to absorb the power, which is what we want. We don't want to let go of the ball. We want to keep it under the armpit. That means we're doing a good job. If you notice yourself either crossing to the left and it drops, or you notice the contact, okay, or we do want to keep these drills of the ball around this area, because obviously if we get a higher ball, it's going to drop. So these are more for volleys, not the higher type of shots. So it's going to look like this. Have somebody over there drill you, get a ball machine, and we're going to keep the ball on the armpit. It's right here. Split, turn, right here. Stay sideways with the ball. Now our contact was good, so the ball didn't drop. Again, if I were to have this contact, the ball would drop. So this is a very, very good exercise. You can do it as much as possible and then get into it on a rally, and also try to keep your ball right here. You can also do the exercise on the backhand volley. Put it on, if you're righty, put it on the right, under the right armpit, and same concept right here. If we are making good job with the contact, the ball should stay. If we're sort of volleying more like that, it will drop. Or if we are making a huge swing or anything, using the wrist, moving it across the body, we keep it here. Should look like that. The ball stays. Now for the last 2 exercises, make sure to check them out in the app. They are very, very helpful. The full video is there. and they're gonna be really helpful, guys, and gonna help make everything come together like I said. And also there you can ask me any questions if you guys are still not getting it right. So if you found the information helpful, don't forget to like the video and subscribe so I can keep making videos like this for you guys.